What is going on, guys? How y'all doing all tonight? This is the Club of the Man 1993. We're back here again for some more wrestling news as I do catch up today from stuff that happened this past week. Of course, I will be going live here after this to do my AEW Dynamite live review. But for the first time in a while, of course, I'm talking about a little bit of NXT. As we talk about that this past week, Kushida, former Cruiserweight champion, Japanese sensation, and of course, submission specialist as well, has quietly left the WWE and is now a free agent. The rumors have it he may be heading back to New Japan, where he was before his 3-year stint with NXT began. I think he let his contract expire quietly. He chose not to renew it, and he just left. So I don't think he has a no-compete clause or whatnot. So he's basically a free man right off the bat as of this past week. I'll give some very brief thoughts. I don't have really too much to say. I'm not really surprised. I like Kushida. I mean, when he came in, he was treated like this big, masterful, submission specialist. He did have a couple good matches. I do remember he had a good match with Drew Gulak. There was a couple other main roster talents who, I think him, Apollo Crews, and a couple other people who were coming to NXT just to have a match with Kushida. Which they made, even though it wasn't the biggest names, it helped make him feel like he was a big deal. He definitely could have been something in NXT. He could have been a good North American champion. Or, of course, something that Hideo Itami was not able to do because of injuries, NXT champion. Maybe could have happened, of course, someday. I don't know. And then I feel like when of course NXT got stacked and they went live to 2 hours on USA, it felt like there just wasn't any room for him. It just felt like that. He was thrown in some feuds. The last feud I would say I actually somewhat cared about with Kushida was when he feuded with Walter right when NXT first moved to going live on USA. That build to that match was good. I liked it. After that, it was just it just didn't feel like he really was a meaningful piece anymore. He was Cruiserweight champion for about 5 months. He was the one who dethroned Santos Escobar. Not long actually after Escobar and Devlin had that ladder match to determine the undisputed Cruiserweight champion. But that was pretty forgettable. I did though, at the beginning of 2020, they were bringing in his one tag partner from New Japan. It was Alex Shelley, and they were going to be the Time Stoppers. But then they got eliminated in the first round of Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classics, and I don't think you ever saw him again. Because I remember in January of 2020, I went to an NXT live event, and I think the opening match was the Time Stoppers versus another tag. I can't remember who it was. And I thought they were fun. I mean, I'm sure a lot of New Japan people probably have seen them before, thought that they were fun, but I thought they were fun. But Alex Shelley didn't stick around. So Kushida kind of just went to, he felt irrelevant. He didn't feel like he was really a big deal anymore. I remember him having feuds with, Velveteen Dream, but that's when Velveteen Dream came back right after his allegations were out, and, basically, no one wanted to support him at all, and he was, basically, they had no choice but to take him off TV. I know he feuded with Johnny Gargano for the North American title. Even that didn't really light the world on fire either. It just felt like it just felt like there was just no room for him in NXT. And, his, Back to the Future, time-stopping type gimmick or whatnot, it was good, but it just wasn't really working. So that's why I think a lot of people are hoping if he does go back to New Japan, which, again, I would check out New Japan, but like I said, I just have too much going on. I don't have time to keep up on all these other contents, Impact, or New Japan, or MLW, or GCW, or whatnot. I'll watch it, because this weekend, I was invited to go with my friend, to shoot. I was invited with my friend to go to like a random pay-per-view, but again, I'll watch it then, but I just don't have the time. I don't. So, maybe at some point I'll see, some Kushida. I'm sure I'll see, like, some type of like article of him doing something good. I do hope the best for him. He's 38 years old, too, so I'm not sure how much longer he has left. But, like I said, it just wasn't the right time. NXT was stacked, and it just, like, he kind of just got lost in the shuffle, and then once they did start using him, it just, like, he couldn't get the momentum back, unfortunately. They brought him in as a pretty, big deal. But again, after that, it just didn't really work out, unfortunately. But that does it for this video on my thoughts on Kushida leaving NXT. What are your thoughts on Kushida leaving NXT? Make sure to leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And make sure, as always, to slap a like on the video, subscribe for more content on my channel, and follow me on Twitter as well at DemandAirboy93. Till then, guys, I'm checking out. I will catch you all later. Have a great rest of your night. And peace out, everybody.